Today we dive into some major news making waves across financial circles. Elon Musk, the billionaire entrepreneur behind Tesla, SpaceX, and X, has made headlines, this time calling for the deletion of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, or CFPB. We love our acronyms, especially in the military. But what does this mean for the everyday veteran? Let's break that down today. On Wednesday morning, Elon Musk took to his social platform X to call for the dismantling of the CFPB. This comes ahead of his expected role in the incoming administration, where he'll co-lead the newly formed Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE. This department is tasked with scrutinizing federal spending and potentially reshaping or even dismantling agencies like the CFPB. Now, before we go down the rabbit hole and what Elon Musk's call is going to mean, let's first understand what the CFPB does. And it was created in 2021 as part of the dodd-frank Act after the 2008 financial crisis. If you were a homeowner around that time, it was a crazy time and a lot of foreclosures, and it definitely changed the way the industry functioned and its rules and requirements. I remember those days because I was still around, and sometimes clients will still submit documents from their original mortgages prior to all the new changes we have. And I'll tell you this, it is hard and confusing to read, so I understand why they changed the laws because it was not consumer friendly and it was hard to read, and people got duped into a lot of financial issues because of prepayment penalties or having short-term loans or paying a ton in fees. So in one way, it was positive, but again, that's all the things that we're gonna kind of go through. And the CFPB's mission itself is to protect consumers in the financial marketplace. The agency enforces laws related to credit cards, mortgages, and loans, and ensures that banks and lenders play by the rules. And it's been a critical resource for everyday Americans, providing tools like complaint database for financial issues, educational resources on managing money, and enforcement actions against predatory lenders. And I'm also going to drop a link down below so you guys can check them out yourself and see what they're all about. Now, one thing I don't know if you guys know or not is that when you're shopping for a mortgage, you do have a 45-day window to have multiple credit checks from mortgage lenders, and it'll be recorded on your credit report as one single inquiry. Now, this is because lenders realize that when you're going out to shop for a mortgage, they realize that you're only going to be buying one property. So again, I'm going to drop that link down below so you guys have that for yourselves. So why does the CFPB matter? Since it was created, the agency has returned over $15 billion to consumers harmed by illegal practices. It's cracked down on payday loan scams, which are still a big issue in the veteran space, especially around military bases. They've also cracked down on credit report errors, because that does happen, and that's why you should also go to yourannualcreditreport.com and double check your credit if you don't already have like credit monitoring, which I highly encourage you to do, just because we'll see people trying to get into home ownership, and then now they have these errors. If they would have known them ahead of time, then they would have been able to get into the home that they wanted. So keep all that in mind. Another piece to that too, the CFPB, they also will go after lenders for discriminatory practices. Now, however, this doesn't come without any controversy. Critics argue that the CFPB is overly powerful, duplicative. Basically, there's other agencies out there that do what they do, and it burns businesses with unnecessary regulations. Now, its annual budget is $684 million as of 2024, and they, on average, save Americans $1.15 billion annually. Now, I'm assuming some years more than others, and I'm not sure if they kind of front-loaded those numbers early on, because I'm assuming that they went after a lot of people during that time. Now, the CFPB has also been a target of several legal challenges, including attempts to declare its funding unconstitutional. The Supreme Court has largely upheld the Bureau's authority, but political efforts to undermine it continue. And I'm not an attorney, so make sure you guys double tap this yourself, that you understand like what's happening in the landscape, because at the end of the day, it affects you and me. And I'm doing the research out there and providing it to guys, to everyone that's out there that's willing to listen and understand how this landscape affects you. Now, another part with this is that not long ago, the agency did see a shift in focus, with its enforcement actions being significantly reduced. So if it can't enforce penalties, or it's been largely reduced, then why are taxpayers paying $684 million a year to keep it around? Which again is just another question that people have when it comes to this. So what happens if Musk and the incoming administration succeed in dismantling the CFPB? For consumers, it can mean fewer protections against fraud, less oversight on predatory practices, and fewer resources to resolve financial disputes. Now, on the flip side, proponents of eliminating the CFPB argue that it could streamline regulations and reduce cost for businesses, potentially lowering cost for consumers. Now, regardless of what happens, you could still take advantage of the CFPB's resources while they're available. So use their complaint database to report issues with financial institutions, check out their budgeting tools and mortgage calculators, and access their guides on student loans, credit scores, and so much more. This news has the potential of reshaping the way veterans and regular consumers look and handle protections for U.S. citizens. So make sure you guys stick around and check out our other videos around veteran home ownership and what you may have the ability to do down the line. So make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll catch you soon.